have a need, any kind of a need, technical or even personal, you have an instant family. I actually was one of the founders of Crew in Philadelphia, as well as in Washington, D.C., where it all originated. When I came to Philadelphia in 1983 with my husband, I started to network around and I met all these interesting women who didn't know each other. So I thought, well, this is an opportunity to set something like Crew up here. 2 other women joined me and we started Crew in 1984.
So when I found myself in Philadelphia, I immediately sort of Googled, women's commercial real estate organizations, and Crew was the first one that came up. So I immediately went to my first Crew event, and I knew right away that that was the organization that I wanted to be a part of.
Before I was involved with Crew, I was, a young professional, and I was working on the engineering side in real estate, so it was a very male-dominated business. What I didn't have is that cohesiveness of the networking, the friendships, the leadership opportunities that come with Crew. And I think that the things that I was involved with Crew really helped me solidify the leadership skills that I had, I guess inherently I had them, I just needed them to be developed.
Towards the end of my presidency, I had to stand up and speak in front of a room of 700 people. The public speaking was invaluable for when I had to put on presentations, whether it was in front of clients or a bar course or something like that. It was really, both of them helped immeasurably in my career.
Once I went to my first Crew Network convention, I couldn't believe everyone in that room wanted to connect and get to know you, whether it was for business or just for personal or just to make a connection. And I thought that was really powerful. I'd never experienced anything like that in my life. So then I really knew, this is a very powerful organization.
Life before Crew was vastly different than it is for me today, because my network has grown exponentially, and anytime you need to reach out to somebody, you go first to Crew. You're able to find somebody that knows an individual that you're trying to get in front of, and they'll make that warm connection, and usually it's a very strong connection given the amount of relationships that are made through this network.
It has proven to be, for me personally and my company, extremely valuable. For example, the last 3 projects in a row have been financed by lenders who are Crew members.
There's a huge wealth of knowledge among the membership.
You have to be able to communicate with people, and you have to be able to resolve conflict and run a tight meeting, and those types of things, really skills that have helped me throughout my entire career. I learned a lot of that in Crew.
You immediately develop your gang of people who can help you. They provide support, they provide information, they provide structure, they provide networking opportunities.
For me, my message for someone that's a young professional is just to tell you how important it is to have this network. And what's really cool as you get older, these women that you met when you were first starting out are still by your side, and you see the success of that group and how it's just so easy to work together is outstanding.